on. I don't want you to be deep. Like I'm trying to tell you, God don't tell you everything. Because unfortunately, there are some things God will not permit you to know or have knowledge of until you've almost gone through and come out. Oh, y'all ain't saying it to me. So don't fool with them deepies that tell you, honey, the Lord tells me everything. He come out and if it's something slip up on me, honey, you better know God already done told me. Tell your neighbor, say, stop lying on God. Because when you are in God, can I tell you something? Sometime when you first get to God, he'll speak to you on a constant level. Good to see you. He'll talk to you almost every hour, every day. He'll show you stuff. You can't go to a revival and somebody call you out. Yea, saith the Lord thy God. But then the closer you get in God, the less he talks. Oh, I don't have no witnesses up in here. I said the longer you spend in God, the less he talks and speaks to you. And most times when he does speak, it's nothing but confirmation to what he has already. And 9 times out of 10, you haven't obeyed what he said, so he got to remind you over and over and over again. I'm almost there. Oh God Almighty. I dare to do your ears like this and say, I hear you, God. It took the world to write a church song. Speak, Lord. Speak to me. Speak, Lord. Oh, speak to me. Speak, Lord. Speak to me. We had to go and see The Color Purple. Whoopi Goldberg. Oprah Winfrey. For them to write a movie that's in the middle of the movie says, God is trying. Tell your neighbor, God's trying to tell you something. That's why you got to be very sensitive. Because touch somebody and say, I can't afford to miss him now. Because touch your neighbor and say, I'm still trying to recover from the last time I missed God. Till I haven't even almost bounced back yet. I'm trying to bounce back. I'm trying to get. So God said to me, this is an hour that you got to have a, listen to this, you've got to have a hearing from God. Isaiah said it like this: pray for the ear of the learned, the tongue of the learned. Because when you learn the ways of God, sometimes it looks like he's not saying it and doing it, but you don't have to be moved. You sit still and say, I hear God. Sometimes you can be in a room full of people and you can see something and everybody else miss it, but you say, but I see it. I see God. Old saints weren't too quick to say God said. Never will forget Mother Thompson in Ohio. I can't hear nobody. She said, oh, I was there for the convocation, and she was to preach on her night. And of course, I was there for Bishop James that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and he was going to allow me to go there Friday, but it was women's night. And I was in the hotel room, and she called about maybe 6:30. And I said, yes, ma'am. She said, I don't know, elder, little elder, because they called me little elder. Little elder. Mother Shaw did that. I can't hear nobody. And so she said, little elder, she said, I thought I heard the Lord say that you had the message tonight. So even though it's women's night, will you be gracious enough and kind and open in the spirit to obey God? Now, I won't usurp authority over you because you're led of the Lord. But I thought I heard the Lord. Now, that was so wise because the saints of old weren't as demonstrative and as, what's the word I'm looking for? Anxious and quick to say God said stuff. They weighed that thing. I said they weighed that thing. I can't hear nobody. And then they got the confirmation from the individual. I can't hear. Because if God hadn't told me, I can't hear nobody. So stop running around here saying, God told me, the Lord told me to tell you, the Lord said this, yeah, he said the Lord, like, shut up. I'm trying to teach you some seasoning in God. Sometimes, even when you know what God told you, there's still an uncertainty. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I don't know when we were talking about it, but sometimes it's not until you get out there and launch out in the Holy Ghost that you got the witness that what God said was true. Old people used to call it mother wit, a notion, understanding. I can't hear nobody. But now that you're in the Holy Ghost, you know the voice of God. And if you don't know it, I can't hear nobody, you stay clear. Get every dead cat off the line. I got to get a hearing with God. I got to know what this is the Holy Ghost. I can't be moving around. I'm too old to be an opportunist.